Hey, what's your YouTube Playboy Gamer 16 back with another video. In today's video, we're doing subbed or dubbed animes, and if we got enough time, I'll discuss my personal preference at the end. All right, so first, let's read out some of the comments. First, we got Brandon. There are some animes that have English dubs that are just as good as the Japanese. Bleach. He lists a few, Death Note. He said, the very rare occasion some anime I think are better in English, and like Panty Stock and Rose. So he's basically saying some are better in their dub ones versus their sub. Depends what you prefer. We got Ricky Grace. My bad, I should have read that. Depends on what you prefer. Just varies upon the show. He meant to say some dubs are good, some subs are good, depending on what you both are good. Depends on you. Alright, yeah, I get it. Kill. We just gonna say Frost. Frost just straight up said sub. He ain't getting no explanation, just sub straight up. And then we got Carrie. Yeah, I prefer dub, but I wish I had started sub with the sub because you have more options, basically. So she's saying she don't feel like she can get in the sub one at this point anymore, basically. Thomas Hughes, depends on the show you're watching. Ernest, if it is really good anime, then watching this sub like Dragon Ball Super or One Piece. Well, let me see. Well, he's basically saying if you really like the show, you should watch the sub. My thing is just like this, right? It depends. The series got to be really, really good. Like when One Punch Man was first coming out, and they only had like 2 episodes dubbed, I was like, I thought the whole thing was done, and I saw the rest as a sub, and I watched it, and it's because like I enjoyed it. If an anime is really good, I'll watch. If the dub can convince me to watch the sub, it has to be a really good anime. Like Hunter x Hunter, the key, what is it, the Kaima arc? That arc was still not in English yet when I was watching it, and it was only available in subs, so I had to watch it in sub, and it was a good arc. Even though I finished that arc probably like, I started watching it, then I just stopped watching it altogether. Cause it was I took a little break from that arc. But yeah, and I'm trying to think, any other animes? I mean, of course I watched Dragon Ball Super sub when it first came out. I'm trying to think, there's no other anime I can really think about that I watched sub that like I just watched just cause. I don't think I've ever watched an anime that was completely subbed. I don't think I've ever done that. Like it was no English adaptation at all. What else? If I cannot remember, let me see. I really cannot think of this at the moment. I think I watched a few episodes of Bleach subbed, but that was like when I was a little kid, so I mean I don't really count that one. If I really can't think of this. If I really can remember this, I'll put it down in the description, but that's all for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe.